Morning, everybody. I'm trying to say it more like in like more just like good morning, everyone. Of course, I got some Old Faithful. Supposed to have a phone interview right now. It's like it's not 9 o'clock yet. Not to say that some people have been up since like 5. A lot of older people wake up at 5 in the morning. I think it's a good thing for anybody to do. You just got to get to bed earlier, you know. When you wake up at 5, you for sure got to start working and know you're gonna get to sleep. Like, you know, your job is done by like 5. If you wake up at 5, then your job's probably done at 5, and you can kind of just enjoy the rest of your day with family, maybe making dinner, preparing dinner, spending time where it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because my neighbor, like, I don't want to tell their business, but they rent they're renters, which, you know, we're renters too. So, but our other neighbor recently moved out. I think they bought the house, and I've actually been in that house, and like I know the differences between like my mom's home and that home. Like, more, I'm talking about the design, the architecturally, and not like interior design, like stuff hanging on the walls and stuff, like decor. I'm talking about like one might have a bathtub and one doesn't have a bathtub. Like, you know, one's rooms are placed in different areas and master bedrooms in this area. You know, the stairs are kind of designed this way. You know, it's more open over here. It's right here. There's a wall. You know, so like the backyards are a little bit different. You know, they just worked with they built off of the land. You know, so. But our neighbor, like, the family went from renting this to like renting the one on the other side. They like hopped my mom's house, you know. Now they're on the other side. So now I notice, like, when I'm not sure who it is, but when someone wakes up at 5 in the morning, I know who it is, but I don't want to tell people's business, you know. But that person wakes up at 5 in the morning. I noticed, like, today for the second time, which I'm like, okay, it's kind of like the time to get up, or that one particular individual, or who it might be. But God bless them, and I know for anybody moving, or like, moving sucks, you know. Moving sucks when it's not really like you that's moving, you know. But when you buy a house, like, let's say it's your first time homeowner, you're moving to something better, something new that you want, you know, and then like that's probably more fun, you know. You're doing it with your wife or your husband, your partner, and, you know, it could be a family member, and you're just more excited, so you're trying to get that done, you know. And I don't know, like, um I don't know, I just feel like it must be cool to be able to do that. Like, you know, people buy new shoes, like, you do that when you're a kid, but I wonder if, like, getting your kid into, like, kind of like buying something and maybe selling it later, like, just kind of teaching your child that what is it, that practice, like, if that they'll start doing that in high school, like, oh dude, everybody's kind of buying and selling shoes, I'm gonna try to do that. And you kind of enjoy it a little more. You actually see there's something to obtain, and then you continue with it. And then, like, you go to college and you begin to do that with, you know, a home, you know, where it doesn't even have to be a home you want to sell. It's just like having a good enough job to be like, I have that option. Like, my credit's really good. This is my home. I don't have my mortgage is good, but I don't have a really big, what do they call that? I don't have a really big, like, I didn't refinance, you know. I don't owe a lot to the house, you know. It's pretty much like the value that you're paying for the home, you could reuse that value. It's like credit on credit, you know. They're like, okay, so, But that's just a way to kind of keep your home if you're not able to pay it. But you kind of don't want to play that game. I think it's more smarter if you just have a really decent job and like you're able to have this home here, but you're like, you know what? I can also travel. I can also just move over a city if I want to and get just a new house for like a new couple years of my life, something new. Like my daughter's grandma, when I was still with her mom, her grandma, like you'll wake up one morning and you'll go into the room or the living room and the whole thing was rearranged. The whole room was rearranged and it was like this lady was up all night doing this and it must have been difficult for her. She had to like she was on it, moving fast, 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 and like like it was just and sometimes it was just her room where it was like just a bed and like where the TV was. Some people look at that, she put in some work to do that, but you also knew that that particular person enjoyed like something different, different scenery, something new, and like sometimes that's more a way, maybe a life you want to go. You don't want to, you know I don't know, but then some people, I don't know, life gets you settled. Some people get settled in life, and I'm thankful for the people that settled in life, whether it be my ancestors settling in life, settling out here, bringing wherever the origin of this blood of mine comes from. Maybe it's obviously so far back, but maybe we're just intended to appreciate the ones that came before us, which is our mom and our grandma and just whoever's still alive. We're supposed to appreciate that part. That's family, you're supposed to just appreciate the act of them coming here. And we waste so much days not doing it. Trust me, I'm saying this because I know, and it hurts me, it pains me, but I'm just bringing up that, like, the whole, I thought about it the other day. I don't know if I was running, I don't know what, but I was thinking, like, some people live those cool lives where they're like, I want to live somewhere else next year, for a couple years of my life, and then go from this point to, I want to move over here for the next couple years of my life, And that's pretty cool, man. It's a pretty cool thing, It's pretty cool for your child if you have kids and you're doing that. It's pretty cool for those children who get a benefit that, whose parents moved a lot. Sometimes it happens to be people that are in the Marines, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the job moves them, and also maybe they're financially good. I'm not sure. But that's the life that if my daughter, I would love her to live that life. Don't be afraid to sell something to somebody and keep growing that. Like, ask your mom about what she used to sell at school, but how like the school stopped her because she was hustling at school selling chips and drinks, and the school gets mad and like I'm talking to Alwyn specifically, but anybody listening to this, you could be like, okay, that's a good idea. Like to teach your kid how to sell stuff, teach your kid to be confident. Even if just whatever they want, they just ask for it. Whatever they want, they're willing to ask for it because that's what they really want. And something good. It could be you're just a kid and you're like, oh man, I only have $2.50 in my pocket, and it says that shake is $3. But you really want the shake, You really, really want the shake. You want the shake, But you have some money, so it's okay to ask. You just ask them, hey, yo, I only got $2.50. I really want the shake, At least you're coming with something. You never know what they might say. It's better than asking if you're broke and you're like, bro, let me get a shake for free. No one's gonna give you that. Even if you had half, you might be able to be like, come on, I only have half. And then when you ask them like, come on, I only have $2.50, and then they're like, and then you can also say, because you're just being honest, but sometimes we just don't even think about that option of I'll pay you back. We just think like, I'm not gonna ask. You're not gonna get nowhere. I'm not gonna ask for help. I'm not gonna ask for a partner. I'm not gonna ask, if I don't know. Nothing's ever gonna happen. So don't be afraid to ask, even if you have a little something, like, and even when it's like asked to borrow something that you could return in the same shape, if it's like a tool or something. I mean, you're asking, but then you can also get them interested in it. You ask them, but you can also get them interested. And I think, I just think, just gotta be, just don't be afraid to ask, you're just never gonna know. God gave you a voice, He gave you words in the mouth, you know. Peace. Somebody tell me what that is. What is this? Look at how I left my money when I went for a run. Just for somebody just to look in my car and break my window for a couple bucks, you know, just because it's a couple bucks, but it's not their window, you know. I already have a crack in my window anyway. But today's run, I went for like a mile less. So I think I only ran like probably for about 30 minutes straight. Usually it's closer to like 40 minutes, like 38, 39, sometimes 40. All depends how fast I run. So I did 4 miles less today. Socks are already building up on the passenger side again. But yeah, so I'm glad I went for a run, but gotta find somewhere else to post up. Peace, y'all. When you walk to go shoot shots with haven't put my socks on. My socks are in my shoe. I wonder if my brother's mom's gonna look in my car. I fuck with this show.